When I lived with the Bedouin in Mauritania, one of the things that really floored me about some of the Salihin amongst them, one lady, and a very dear lady to me, she was the wife of my teacher and she died a few years ago, Maryam bint Boueba. And I wrote a piece about her called Another Mother of the Believers. Maryam asked me when I first arrived there in 1984, she asked me if I had family, and I said, yeah, and she said, what are their names? And I said, well, I've got, my mother's name is Elizabeth, and my father's name is David, and my brother's name, I have two brothers, one's name is John, and the other's Troy, and then I have 4 sisters. I have Kathleen, Patricia, Elizabeth, who's now called Nabila, and Mariah. And I didn't think anything of it. I left, after I left that period, there were 10 years before I went back. When I first saw Maryam, after 10 years, she said to me, كيف ديفيد؟ كيف إليزابيث؟ كيف جون؟ كيف تروي؟ كيف Mariah, Patricia? And she named all of my family. And it just really, it was such a dagger to the heart, because I realized she wasn't just asking to chat. She wanted to know their names. And she internalized their names. And 10 years later, she could recall names that she'd never heard in her life, because they're not Arabic names, and she only knew Arabic. And I was just so stunned, but she was a present human being. She did dhikr all the time. That was her life. She spent her life serving the students of that place. She knew every name of every